So Jalen Hall, what is in fact going on with Jalen Hall? I'm saying pertaining to sports. Like, subscribe, ID in the Discovery Channel. Yes, ID in the Discovery Channel. The links are provided below. Get that Discovery Go app as well as that ID Go app. You might want to get those two. Yes, and combine them together from my end to yours, the viewer. So, yes, Jalen Hall, ex-Oregon, as in a player. Possibly playoff, not completely right. I was going to say a twist and worse with even that as in a player's card. But yeah, to leave that sort of joke out as in the mess. But yeah, so with him, ex-Oregon and all the prison life and the detail as in what comes later with that sort of thing possibly. Is it coming for him or is it not? I allow you, the viewer, to tell me what is going on with even this situation. So I can't push my hair back. So in relation to Jalen Hall, Jalen Hall, a wide receiver. Well, he was a wide receiver, right? He was also one of the top 2018, yes, WR recruits. With me being a female, I know sometimes I don't pronounce right, but just leave it as it is. Him being a recruit in the US of A. Being one of the best recruits in the US of A. So, Jalen Hall was slapped with criminal charges after it was stated that he robbed people at gunpoint in the beginning of September. What month is this? All I'm trying to ask is shouts out to Jalen, but you're just getting started pertaining to a career and you're already messing up. What is going on with that? What is going on with even that? Because it's a little bit too early. That sort of thing you want to have it play out late. But let me drive much more further with this. So Jalen, I stated that, was slapped with criminal charges after it was stated that he robbed people at gunpoint in the beginning of September. We are in fact standing in September, right? Considering Jalen, Mr. Hall, let me just say Mr. Hall, considering his age, Hall being 19 years old, he was a star at the high school he attended, Long Beach, yes, Poly High School. Hall has been boasted as one of Oregon's 2018 most prized possessions, such as, yes, one of 2018. Let me rewind back. Let me go back over that because I just misstepped. Once again, Hall has been boasted as one of Oregon's 2018 most prized freshman players. Did you get that? Dear viewer, did you get that? Hello, hello, hello. Even to Mr. Hall. Hello. So he was also ranked as a 4-star recruit. See what I said pertaining to this is just the beginning and he's already messing up? Mr. Hall, phone back on even that as in what is wrong? That's not gonna work. You're already messing up. That's a little bit, yeah. You might want to do something as in a makeup over that or something because this why? So after with this Hall, okay, his team letting him go. That's usually what takes place because see, for a team to even keep a Mr. Hall is to know he's going to make even them look bad, right? With all that, with robbery, right? And so after being arrested in LA earlier this month being, September 2018, right? He was arrested. He was then released from the team because of the arrest. And I said that already. Because they don't like to associate with stuff like that, right? And so now we have come to know law enforcement themselves shared the info, which included Jalen Hall, yes, the man himself, along with Miller Hill, 2 different last names, Hall and Hill. Jalen Hall and Miller Hill both participated in home invasion involving a robbery in California. Yes, Norwalk being the location on the 10th of September 2018. Police named Hall as one of the individuals armed with a handgun, a semi-automatic to be exact. He threatened three people while inside of the home. Before running off with various valuables, and one of those valuables being jewelry. To commit a crime so young and so early is to say, well, how's life going to be for you later on in life? I would so love to see and find out from my end to Mr. Hall. What is going to happen with that? So, criminal charges. Hall charged, yes. In relation to the charges, 3 counts of home invasion robbery. 3 counts of home invasion robbery. 1 count of first-degree burglary. And 2 counts kidnapping to commit robbery. What is going on? What? You do that when you about like 35 or something like that. You allow that to come later. People mess themselves up so quickly. So, conviction being questionable. If both men are convicted for their acts of crime, as in this home robbery, home invasion, and all the rest with that sort of thing, Mr. Hill and Mr. Hall together as one in the duo, and I don't mean a stage act, right? And yet it should be, because even that's possibly an embarrassment for even the family. Hall's mother, to be exact, or father, one or whoever, one of the two, whichever is alive, right? Because I'm sure and guessing and believing they wanted so much more better for even him. So, both could face up to life in prison for the crime act in which they committed. When it comes to the bill, you, the viewer, are asking me, what's the bill? You want to know? His bill, in fact, rests at $2 million. Well, for each suspect. Yes, bill rests at $2 million for each suspect. That's a lot of money. And yet to that sort of thing, man, I wonder why he could not have waited until. I mean, come on, man. You got NFL player, NBA players, you got them all kinds of that sort of thing work its way forward later on, right? And to commit crime, sometimes it's best to have fame to commit the crime and not doing it before. Because you mess yourself up and then you go to jail for life or, yeah, with that type of thing. And then to have a bill, your bill set at $2 million is to say how you're going to be able to afford that. And yet if you're a famous superstar player such as NFL player or NBA player, you will more likely have enough money and funds to not only fit the bill of a defense attorney or something, or legal team attorney with the transaction with that. You're hiring everybody as well as being able to afford your own bill. That's why you wait to commit crimes until after you're famous or something. That's not for me to endorse it, but I'm saying the smart way for people to commit crimes, you don't do it before. Because a lack of funds is what take you out quicker more than anything, is what I'm trying to say. So, before the scandal, Hall was recruited by some of the best schools. LSU would be exact, Florida State, and Alabama. Before all this, he was recruited by some of the best schools. When it comes to Jalen Hall's stats, as in his size and weight, yes, that's completely as a whole. The size and all the rest still points in with weight, but I stated divided, right? He's exactly 6'4" tall, 190 pounds. Man, and good luck with even the size pertaining to, yes, even inmates and recruits in jail. Did you get that? When I pointed the size in, the body of his size as in the jail cell awaiting him, and me pointing out his body size, and the recruits pertaining to the inmates, helps to drop your drawers with even that. I'm thinking and guessing. I don't know. I'll allow you, the viewer, to even figure out as in what's going to await Mr. Hall and Mr. Hill as well. Sure, there's all type of people in jail that done possibly played in sports, yes, fell out, all the rest, not so good look history and possibly even future, I don't know. But yes, ID, Live now, Diabolico. Diabolico. Did I pronounce it right, dear? Lieutenant Joe Kenda. I'll be picking with Lieutenant Joe Kenda. I do. Shouts out to Paula. Yeah. Helps to stay gifted on the swag with even that. As in touch. With my own family discovery. With the inclusion with that. There's no left out on the process, let me tell you. So on the case, if you click this, it's going to in fact add to favorites, your own favorites, whatever you like to choose, as in the meal and the sauce with that, right? Evo Lives here, Fatal Vows, Lieutenant Joe Kenda, Homicide Hunter, Red Rum, ID Now, Twisted Sisters, Blood Relatives, American Monster, Murder by Numbers, Unlocked Episodes, Twisted Sisters, Season 1, Episode 3, In Plain Sight, What Lies Beneath, To Catch a Killer, Twisted Sisters again, Blood Runs Cold, Twisted, Murder by Numbers, Deadline, Crime with Tamron Hall. On last night, to click this is to in fact provide your provider, as in how you're going to get into this sort of thing. That's a jail set as well. I'm saying it's closed. The only way to see it is for you to, yes, provide your provider once again to have access, gain access to that sort of thing. Which is why the key logo is there. But sign in, set on top. Yes, Fatal Vows, In Plain Sight, Deadly Women, Women in Prison, real talk. It's all type of on the shuffle. That's what you would call a shuffle. Holla back over the line. No swine involved. To Catch a Killer, Inside the Chase. These all have descriptions to match them. Anything you want to see and want to know why is to say. Schedule preview. Yes, there's in fact a schedule, a full schedule that evolves and revolves around the whole week. As in it will let you know without TV Guide. Hello, remember TV Guide? Support the Save the Children's hurricane relief efforts. To donate is to click donate here. You would in fact be donating, as in you should, because it helps to be a gifted individual on your end, a viewer, to help to save other individuals as in their lives. Give back is to say. To click right here, is to in fact be directed to the crime feed, crimefeed.com. Clicking there is going to in fact drive you on the outside to crimefeed.com is all I'm trying to say. To receive a newsletter is to put your email in just right and don't be corrupt while you're doing it. You would in fact receive a newsletter from, yes, ID, a team. Investigation Discovery to be exact. That's why it's there. You would in fact put your email in. Let me get that right. Put your email in, right? And once you put your email in, you're going to click next. As in you will see it yourself, but seeming I'm blocking it, my photo is in fact blocking it. It's to say it is in fact there. Clicking next. And the newsletter will come to you. But yeah, so viewer, leave me a comment below in the comment section. Let me know what you feel about, making mistakes or whatever, because even that can be considered. Jalen Hall's crime mess with all that, you can consider that a mistake despite him being guilty, and he's guilty. Him and Mr. Hill, them committing this home invasion, that's guilt, yes. But in the end, when he sit in jail and the other individual sit in jail, is to know that guilt is going to be in the back of even his mind, as in it's going to be there to remind him of what he did, right? And later on, if there's no career involved, as in it been shut down and all lights and everybody goes home, say there's no career later on with even Jalen Hall, right? It's to say you might later on find out that he comes out his mouth in testimony in an interview stating how much it was an accident. He might in fact tell that because you own up to your own crime. But once you mature in the mindset, you later recognize, well, I did that and it was wrong, and now I messed up, as in now I gotta take responsibility for not only the suffering on the end of the victims where I did the home invasion and robbery, but also where I now mess myself up. I in fact made a mistake despite me committing wrong. People do it all the time. I can see that coming even for him later on. Because to not really know how long he's going to serve pertaining to this bill being all high and all that is to say, well, what career once again comes later? That's the third time I repeated that. Is he going to, what type of work it can be found after he done committed the crime? Because I'm thinking and sensing he's not going to be able to go back to playing sports like that, because the association more than likely will want to ban him from even doing that sort of thing. When it points into, listen to me on this, when it points into, and it helps the research as in know your stuff, when it comes to figure skating and all the rest with the ranking with that, as in gold medals and medals with all that, right? And all that, right? The situation with the Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya Harding, where even Tanya Harding, yes, struck Nancy Kerrigan, not physically, no, she didn't. It was in relation to the questionable of if she had something to do with that sort of thing. Say if she did, but even if she didn't, Tanya Harding, right? She was in fact banned, yes, she was, from the association pertaining to figure skating and all the rest. Her career was basically over, which is why she had to, somewhat semi-turn to boxing after that played out, because to say you're banned from an association that helped keep count, yeah, and all the rest is to say, well, what do you have? I was going to say a relapse, and yet that don't work out. For me to use that term, that's completely out of context. But to try to come back is to say, well, I'm going to have to relapse in the right way of trying to find a whole totally opposite different career doing something else after a career has been ruined. So I don't think no team or no teammate's going to want to be out on the striking field with even Jalen Hall and the mess that has been strewn with the home invasion and robbery. I just think that's a no-go. He's going to have to do something else. And yet what? Any viewers out there, fans of his, drop me a line and say, let me know what are his other skills if he don't go to jail for life on end, and say he come out. Let me know what else type of skills does he have and possess to clean up shop on his own end, and what is he going to do with his life in the end? It's off the hook. Don't take chances with that. It helps to live reckless, yeah, but be careful, be wise with decisions. So that's all to be said for now, and I'm gone.